Principles of Scientific Management in Modern English by Frederick Winslow Taylor. Publisher's Introduction. Thank you for picking up a copy of The Principles of Scientific Management by Frederick Winslow Taylor. We have updated this work into modern English so you can understand exactly what Taylor wrote over 100 years ago. If you enjoy this book, please share with a friend, leave a positive review on Amazon, and see more updated works at oldbooknew.com. Introduction. President Roosevelt, in his speech to the governors at the White House, wisely said that saving our national resources is just the first step toward the bigger issue of making our nation more efficient. The entire country quickly understood the importance of saving our natural resources, and a big effort has begun to make this happen. However, we still don't fully understand the bigger issue of improving how efficiently our nation works. We can see our forests disappearing, our water resources being wasted, our soil being washed away by floods into the ocean, and we're running out of coal and iron. But the bigger waste comes from human effort, which happens every day because of our mistakes, poor direction, or inefficiency. This is what Mr. Roosevelt calls a lack of national efficiency. These issues are less obvious, harder to see, and not well understood. We can easily notice and feel when we waste physical things, but when people work in awkward, inefficient, or poorly directed ways, there's nothing visible or tangible left behind. Recognizing this requires us to remember and imagine. Because of this, even though we lose more from inefficient work than from wasting physical things, we tend to be more concerned about wasting materials and less about inefficient work. So far, there hasn't been any public push for better national efficiency, and no meetings have been held to discuss how to achieve it. However, there are signs that many people feel the need for more efficiency. The search for better, more skilled people, from the leaders of big companies to our household helpers, is more intense than ever. And now, more than ever, there are not enough skilled people to meet the demand. What we all want is a skilled person who is already prepared, someone who has been trained by someone else. It's only when we fully understand that it's our responsibility and chance to work together to train and create this skilled person, instead of searching for someone trained by others, that we will be moving towards national efficiency. In the past, people believed in the saying, "Leaders in industry are born, not made." The idea was that if you found the right person, you could trust them to figure out the best methods on their own. In the future, we'll understand that our leaders need to be both naturally talented and well-trained. No great person, using the old way of managing things by themselves, can compete with a group of regular people who are well-organized and work together efficiently. In the past, people were the main focus. In the future, the system should come first. This doesn't mean we don't need great people. Actually, a good system's main goal should be to develop excellent people. With organized management, the best people can succeed more easily and quickly than ever before. This paper has been written for the following reasons. First, to show, using a series of simple examples, the big loss the whole country is experiencing because of inefficiency in almost everything we do every day. Second, to show the reader that the solution to this inefficiency is in systematic management, not in looking for some special or extraordinary person. Third, to show that the best way to manage things is like a real science based on clear laws, rules, and principles. Also, to demonstrate that the basic ideas of scientific management can be used in all types of activities, from simple personal tasks to the complex work of large companies that need a lot of teamwork. Through a series of examples, I aim to convince the reader that when these principles are used correctly, the results can be truly amazing. This paper was first made for a talk to the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. The examples used are chosen to interest engineers and managers of factories and manufacturing businesses, as well as the workers in these places. However, it is also hoped that other readers will see that these same ideas can be used just as effectively in all areas of society. In running our homes, managing our farms, handling the business of both big and small shops, and in managing our churches, charities, universities, and government offices. Chapter 1. Fundamentals of Scientific Management. The main goal of management should be to ensure the greatest success for the employer. while also ensuring the greatest success for each employee. The term maximum prosperity means more than just big profits for the company or owner. It also means improving every part of the business to be the best it can be, so that success lasts a long time. Similarly, maximum prosperity for each employee means not just higher pay than usual for someone in their position, but more importantly, it means helping each person become as skilled as possible. This way, they can do the best work that matches their natural talents, and whenever possible, they should be given this kind of work to do. It seems obvious that the main goals of management should be the best success for both the employer and the employee. This idea should be so clear that it doesn't even need to be said. However, in the business world, many employers and employees are often set up to fight against each other rather than work together. Most people on both sides probably don't think it's possible to set up their relationship so that their interests align and benefit both parties equally. Most people think that the basic interests of workers and bosses are naturally opposed. However, scientific management strongly believes that the true interests of both are actually the same. It argues that a company can't be successful for a long time unless both the employer and the employee are doing well. It's possible to give workers what they want, high wages, and give employers what they want, low labor costs for their products. We hope that some people who don't agree with these ideas might change their minds. Some bosses who try to get the most work from their employees for the least pay might see that being more generous with their workers can actually be more beneficial for them. Also, some workers who resent their bosses making a fair or even large profit and who think they should get all the rewards of their work might start to see that the people they work for and the money invested in the business deserve some share too. Everyone agrees that for any person to be truly successful, they need to be working at their best. This means they are producing as much as they can each day. This idea is easy to see when two people work together. For example, if you and your worker have become so good at making shoes that together you make 2 pairs in a day, while your competitor and their worker only make 1 pair, it's clear that after selling your 2 pairs, you can pay your worker higher wages than your competitor can pay theirs. Plus, you'll still have more profit left over than your competitor. In a more complex manufacturing setup, it's important to understand that the best long-term success for both workers and employers happens when the work is done with the least amount of human effort, natural resources, and cost for using machines and buildings. In other words, the best success comes from the highest productivity of both people and machines. This means each person and machine should produce as much as possible. If your workers and machines aren't producing more than others, you won't be able to pay higher wages